Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you. Please pardon me, I'm still congested from my cold. It's just getting a little hot flashy there too, so there may be some masculine energy coming in here. But I'm going to get through this for you. The read was done at 1:48 today. 48 is the 8 of Cups, of walking away and within. And also, I slept really late this morning, which was very odd, and it must be, I need to have time out of this realm to heal. But I kept seeing all morning as I would kind of awaken out of it, the numbers 8:18, like the times, 8:18, 9:19, and then 3:13. So I haven't pieced that together yet, but if it sinks for anyone, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, so the read was done at 1:48 this afternoon for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames. So again, these are the energies for the feminine masculine as well, whatever masculine energies you're carrying, but specific to Divine Masculines. The major arcana for the read were Justice and Luna for the full moon coming up. It was just 111, and definitely in the crowning position was Luna for the masculine, definitely feeling those full moon energies coming in for them. So Justice and Luna, there were 4 swords, so they may be in their head a little bit today. 2 cups, 1 pentacle, and 2 wands. So least monetary and practical things, and the most is swords. And then we have the court cards of the Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. After the read, I pulled 2 cards this time instead of 1. So the Queen of Wands came up as well as the Nine of Cups, which for me comes up often as just like the Nine of Pentacles for me comes up as the Divine Feminine in her sovereign, the Nine of Cups comes up for the Divine Masculine in his sovereign. So that was present as well. The numbers and the coding were all around Divine Justice, really. The numbers 10 and 9 and 19 came up. So that's the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Sun. So a lot of major arcana representations were coming up here, as well as triple 9s in the read today, 999, and then 23 for the King of Wands. The sequence 7, 8, 9, 10 began again, so the end of the cycle coming up, and then 42, 12 also came up. So if you break that down, that's 42 and 12 of the Two of Cups and the Hanging Man. And also there were 9 minor arcana in the read, because there was 2 majors. So the message here came up about reflective telepathy of the collective consciousness, or the high road of divine justice. So the high vibe magician or hermit, which is also the wise one, the collective consciousness, in taking that high road of divine justice. So divine justice not being the same as 3D justice. Also, the destiny of TV9 came up, so I don't know if something about Fox was coming up. Could be literally a fox as well. And the high road. Also, total hip replacement came up as well, and DJ came up. So there may be something about DJs and Fox 9. But mostly about the telepathy of the masculine and the feminine, and the group of starseeds, that collective consciousness, and the high road of divine justice, which is about raising our vibration in happiness as opposed to being right, which is ego. Okay, so 3D justice would be about being right and winning based on ego. So definitely the 10 and 01 were reflecting each other, so 10 of the Wheel of Fortune and then the 01 of the Magician. So getting started in this read, we started with the 2 of Orbs and the 10 of Chalices as the underlying energy like this. Okay, so the 2 of Orbs is like the 2 of Swords, and then the 10 of Cups was below it, which is like the 10 of Chalices. This is the 10 of Chalices, but that's the same as the 10 of Cups. So in knowing, with their left eye vision, or the feminine vision, which is the third eye basically, the Knight of Pentacles helps to fend off others, standing up for themselves, so the Page of Cups can feel love, relief, maybe give a loving message to 2 family members. And the numbers 2100, 20, and 200 were all coming up here. So that could be about completion, about justice and a judgment, and then 200 about the two of as the feminine rises within the human embodiment of the twins, which is divine justice, okay? But two family members who may have been supportive but could have been verbally abusive, or holding up an announcement or giving someone silent treatment, holding it over their heads in order to dump burdens of deception, or having been up nights, and could be caring for a baby as well, or parents who treated the divine masculine like a baby. So it's like two kids talking to their parents. So it could be the divine masculine and siblings involved, or his actual kids talking to him and his partner. But kids coming, like confronting their parents about issues in the way they've been treated, or someone may be helping people care for their child or their children's children, that kind of stuff, and people being up nights, or parents who treated him specifically like a baby as a child. Kids now in their knowing, not allowing anyone to abuse them, but offering love to their abusers, knowing how important it is to be unconditional love. Exposure of the Page of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles in a birthing process. A messenger rushes in about a burden or labor, truth and triumph. Possibly a Leo child delivered today, or a Leo child gave birth. So the child born could be a Leo, or it could be a child giving birth who was a Leo. But it may have been a very difficult birth, but finally the child was crowning and brought through. Or just delivery of truth, a long-held burden exposed between the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, or a court clerk announces that the jury is in after all evidence has been collected. Slave owners and separation of owners and workers came up, that templating about union, right? Union workers, causing a polarity shift. The poor and struggling bond together. After all, misery loves company. With nothing, the misery loves company with nothing, as the rich get richer. And why is this? All right, so this is the injustice that we need to let go of, because we need to now resolve our own pain. And letting go of being the victim, positive high vibrations, and to stop choosing sides, which causes greater divide. Love is mightier than the sword, by showing compassion for your abuser and those who abused you in the name of love, especially parents in growing up. The King of Swords stands out, now, and Spirit's connecting with me. The King of Swords stands out, now shining his light, but holding back love or jealousy issues. Remember, it's the King of Swords isn't showing his heart. He's showing his truth. He may be an honorable person, but he's not showing affection and love. He may have some jealousy issues, or aroused by synchronicities, or having multiple options. He may be aroused by that. But that stardom, that sex and superficial things arouse jealousy in others due to not feeling worthy, or like they are not enough. The truth being, in your knowing, you are always enough, when always loving, a loving being. Passion on a stick, the superficial life, dreams come true, but is there love at the end waiting for you? New passionate growth in spreading self too thin is draining and ripples out to all connected to you, unaware of the snakes in your midst. Look. So at 244, it's the right one, hold on. I can make sure I'm going in the right order here. I use the front and the back pages. They're upside down now. So. Sorry, now I'm getting all mixed up where I am. Okay. So remember that so as I turn the page at 244, and 44 is mastering, grounding, and integrating. Remember that passion is inspiration plus ego. The more ego, the more extreme, the farther the fall. And that the masculine must trust. It's all about faith. Underneath that card was the honeymoon. They may have needed a break, but now they're coming back into needing to trust. Trust the process, having faith. The underlying energies here were Cancer reversed, Aquarius upright, Capricorn upright and reversed, as well as Virgo the same, Taurus the same, upright and reversed, Aries reversed, Libra upright, and Gemini upright. Someone may have been thrown out or walked out, or it was mutual. Someone may be conceited, a trophy wife of an emperor, now looking in the mirror, and now the emperor distracted, dazed and confused, an olive branch extended surprisingly so. Twisted pillars stand guard, so new lovers can have some time and space together, a surprise for the masculine, or a surprise date, or a meal together. Some old-fashioned romance, roses and violin, or a bow and music, home-cooked meal and fruit on the floor, or in jacuzzi or a sauna with origamis all around. The emperor thinking of ways to get his bride back, or surprised he's not thinking of the bride at all, who is always seeking attention. Patience came up for the masculine, which is number 2 of the High Priestess, as well as below that was loving partnership, which is 26 of the Page of Wands. The excitable young person. Recovering financially, the King of Pentacles reversed, and older child, it was just 11-11, and older child not working and could be sick. Or recovering, which is funny because my older one is sick. And also another child is coming up in the read as one of the things I left out could possibly be have an opportunity for a new job, and my daughter just texted me saying that she got a new job today, so that could be coming up for kids. There's a lot of kid stuff in the read today, actually. But so some of the children could be sick, or recovering from having reaped some rewards, spending savings to be still a while, and giving attention to the youngest. The Page of Pentacles allowing them to shine while they rest. So the Page of Pentacles may be coming up not sick, and allowing the others in the family to rest, and they're like coming up as the good student, or maybe the one who got the job, refusing to move. The Divine Masculine may be refusing to move so he can heal himself as well as kids, and also give them attention at the same time. An opportunity for the Divine Masculine to also be a student or a kid again, finding his light and his new dreams. And then I was getting again, love, rain on me, and it was just 12, 21, and 22. Right, the end of the cycle. Grass and bunny and 2 ladybugs and green and gold silks and garden, a beautiful porch on which to perform and be a peacock or show off a bit, especially if you're with your kids, right? Indoor gardens and suspended animation, testing the waters in shadows, in flattering light and bright flowers. A greenhouse and butterfly effect was just coming up now. Flowers and plants all year round by water's edge and working from home. An opportunity presents to be in their truth and knowing, and to trust that surprises the unknown may be positive, and to be patient in love partnership. Recently for the masculine is the Page of Cups and cracking their heart wide open, holding back feelings of debt or unfair relationship, or of grief, regret, and coming clean to their parents, siblings, or family, worried about their reaction. Possible that they, or the Divine Masculine, is seeing without seeing, right? So someone's abilities might be coming on. Telepathy and synchronicities, and someone wants to go to school for it, or explore the opportunities to be in their truth. The foundation for the masculine is walking away and within, the 8 of Chalices here, actually away from a 3D lover to a 5D connection was specifically coming up here. Centrally for the masculine is the messenger of truth or announcement, where the Queen of Swords talks about detoxing ego, or Leo, or taming the 3D beast. The Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands on the prowl for lover, or cheating at the full moon. Okay, and they could just be kids out on the prowl too as well. Excuse me. The challenge for the masculine is the divine justice here, okay? And letting that 3D ego go. In coming together, destined, King of Pentacles, to lose money. Maybe him seeing that him being the King of Pentacles, and it was just 1441. 14 being the Temperance card, the angels and patience, and then 41 being the Ace of Cups, new love, spiritual love, self-love. But the masculine may be seeing that being the King of Pentacles reversed was destined to lose money and status or just become ungrounded in order for him to learn to be still and balanced and connect. Libra, Capricorn, and Leo energies came up here. The Knight of Wands may be off to rescue their lover in a confession, but keeping quiet as not to wake the sleeping dead, a devil who could give them problems. Now crowning is the full moon energy of family completion and standing in their truth no matter what. Possibly at war with their family and getting attention about prison or prisoner, so somebody might have someone in prison in their family, or just feeling imprisoned, but getting attention for that, and attention causing him or a Cancer to feel trapped and in uncomfortable feelings, unable to walk away from the situation, but wanting to rush in and give their gold coin, the masculine, an opportunity for student, divine masculine, or kids to learn. As the 5D announcements or truth comes to light, the challenge being justice, divorce, marriage, or final judgment, a win in the loss of money. Page of Pentacles studying details of surrender, crossing family, hung up on energy lines, lines crossed, how to align, researching the divine feminine, telling Sagittarius to be quiet about choosing this path. Could be a daughter talking with the divine masculine before the karmic Queen of Pentacles wakes up or becomes wise to it. Or bring Sagittarius female together with Queen of Pentacles divine feminine without the karmic knowing about it to help that child choose a path. Cancer, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Pisces, and Capricorn energies here. So it's coming up that one of the divine masculine's kids their abilities may be awakening, and he may want to bring that child to see the divine feminine to ask questions, but but without the karmic knowing. So Cancer, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Pisces, and Capricorn energies there. The King of Cups, Capricorn, with new love, angel, patient, or Sagittarius. The Queen of Pentacles could have been pretending to sleep and actually hiding and overhearing every word that they said. Sagittarius and King of Cups, Capricorn or Sagittarius talk. So she may have overheard them talking, but them unaware. Or actually 3 coming together while Capricorn angel or Sagittarius is sleeping, which could be the divine masculine or a younger sibling who they don't want to know about it because they would talk, obviously. So Pisces and or Sagittarius, young brooding female, the Queen of Pentacles, who could be Taurus or Capricorn, and King of Cups, Capricorn or Sagittarius. Soon the Queen of Pentacles comes up here, manifesting great riches, performing with family, okay, or just could be a family legacy. Hearing the call, an announcement or decision to implement a plan. So this 11 keeps coming up, 1811, so the moon and justice coming up, big time for this read. So hearing the call, there's an announcement or decision to implement a plan without showing her face, the Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn angel or devilish Sag or Evelyn angel and devil. Okay, angel and devil work together to fend off others at work while stepping off beaten path to mix things up a bit. So I don't know if I'm coming up in all this, but it's funny because it's kind of funny. Because when I started seeing someone a long time ago, this was like 20 years ago, the ex-girlfriend, we used to call me Evil Lynn, so that just came up. It was pretty funny. So, so the Capricorn angel or devilish Sagittarius, or angel and devil work together, your light and your shadow parts, working together to fend off others at work, while stepping off the beaten path to mix things up a bit. So some people might want to bring in some of the psychic abilities into their workplace. Divine masculine is coming up as seeing himself as the wounded warrior in the aftermath of failure or no attention or possibly bad news. Not working in a bold move to the high priestess or his own psychic abilities or his own secret without her knowing. So he may also want to surprise the divine feminine or come out with the secret. Masculine has you deserve love, as well as pay attention to the red flags, which is about paying attention to your own guidance, your inner guidance, and your signs and synchronicities. Calling in your soulmate, okay? Around the divine masculine are how he is seen, and again, he's seen as the wounded warrior, the 9 of flames. But around him, or how he's seen, is the 3 of orbs, is like the 3 of swords, as lightning strikes, okay? And that's definitely over water. So, around him, or how he is seen, is the high road, in separation, triumph of a quest, in connection, fighting it out to come to a truce, an agreement between partners or establishment and workers, healing and forgiving, seeing each other's perspectives, a surprise in coming together to hash it out. So someone may be like setting up people coming together to force them to hash it out. And that could be professionally as well as privately. Okay? So as I turn the page, it was 353, and 3 is the Empress, 53 is the Knight of Swords. So definitely, and 11 just came up again, and 2112. Wow. All right, so this is very significant. 21 is the end and completion, and then the 11 came up again of justice, and then again the 12 to complete the 2112 of wisdom and higher self. So the 353, 53 is also the, now I'm blanking out on the word. It's like the Knight of Swords, you know, a catapult, like suddenly coming in. So with the Empress, regarding the Empress, there's some kind of catapult energy here, as the masculine has to clear blocks about purging and union, with Queen of Pentacles in a marriage or commitment, or at home with draining kids, or kids are sick, or about needing to keep the Queen of Wands away from the Queen of Pentacles, who is actually sealed. Okay? And him not needing to worry about it. Or a Queen of Wands Taurus is at home who is ill and can't be around other people. So this could be physically sick or mentally ill. Okay? So pride comes up, as well as communication and rebirth, as very significant for the masculine here. There could be an obsessed Taurus, or sovereignty versus marriage, so being singular versus marriage, or the obsessed with narcissist victim abuser template coming up here. The last two cards, which actually ended up being 3 because I pulled an extra behind today, was the Sage of Flames. That's not how they came up. Oh, I pulled this the wrong way. Hold on. The last card was the 7 of Flames with the Queen of Wands and the 9 of Cups, so the 9 of Chalices above it, like this. Okay? So get that picture. This is like the divine masculine rising above the drama, and here is the Queen of Wands putting her own light on her own head, like the false light. So that's why this comes up for me a lot. And then it's like her also blocking the wish from getting to this person here. So the King of Wands looks back in order to rise up. So the King of Wands was presented as a clarifier as well. So you have the King and Queen here, the masculine and the karmic. The King of Wands could also present as the divine feminine's karmic within the masculine's read. Okay. So the King of Wands looks back in order to rise up, remembering how much stress he put up with, and oh my God, I can't take it anymore. Walking away in order to new love magic. And then I was getting, and they called it puppy love. Okay, and they called it puppy love. Okay, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. They called it puppy love, Michael Jackson. No one else has to like it. The masculine's, this is his perspective. Keeping others away from home or union as justice, and I was just getting connection, as justice or Libra works their love magic alone, rising above the drama to tango as the Queen of Wands gets crowned by false light herself, putting on her own halo of injustice and tears to show just who is the victim here, right? So trying to get justice by showing her victim mentality. Manifesting her wish of getting more attention, getting people to feel sorry for her, 6 rays of arrogance. So others will see her as above the divine masculine. The Knight of Wands takes off, back away from the Page of Wands reversed, who's clearly deciding to side with the Queen of Wands reversed, spending all the money to patch things up, to lick their wounds of heartbreak and separation. There's a new life offer to those without peace, but the Page of Swords may be speaking up or spreading the word about being dumped or overwhelmed or spiritually void, or just unable to find peace when they're throwing up all the time. So there's definitely some people just sick in general right now. Also could be someone who's pregnant, so they're throwing up a lot. Also could be someone who has cancer and going through chemotherapy, throwing up all the time. And definitely cancer came up here with the moon. So definitely could be someone who has cancer who's trying to rise above, but it's difficult when they're throwing up all the time, okay? In knowing of the truth, or ignorant and unaware here, walking away and within, the wounded warrior separated and receiving epiphanies. Children opening up about injustice, or justice, or a Libra, and Queen of Pentacles purging, stressed, crying, vomiting at the full moon, or due to cancer, the disease, or a cancer person, rising above, standing up for self, with Queen of Wands over them, trying to take all the light, or acting as a block to Libra, getting their wishes, or being happy, or a block to him getting happy time alone. In knowing, the Page of Cups opens up to a sibling, walking away and within, to send 5D messages at the full moon or at night, the challenge being for the masculine, truth and balance, justice, Libra, wounded warrior, and the Queen of Pentacles rising through separation, healing, via purging and standing up for themselves, even with the Queen of Wands trying to block the wishes, their light. Okay, so that was coming up. It also could be if there is someone with cancer, it could be someone in the family, but it could be a friend too. So the Queen of Wands maybe want to come in and maybe helping a friend who's going through this process, but still trying to get the light of, look at me, I'm the good person. It's still that victim abuser mentality, right? Being the Jesus savior, look at me, I'm the savior. I always save the people who are dying. There is a template there, okay, that needs to be cleared. So that is the read for the masculine today. I'll show you the pictures. The full read is here. Okay, and I have the basic read. It's on my phone today, so you can get it on there. I'll show you that as well. Okay, and this is the basic read. Okay. So, I'm going to pull something. Where's my other deck? Yeah, I think I'm just going to pull a quick card from the Good Tarot, okay, and see what comes up, just as a general summary for you guys. Today is June 13th, 2019. Again, it is the 13 of death and transformation and transitions, okay? And also the day adding up to that 31, which is a 4, but it's also the 5 of Wands. So it's about that conflict, fighting energy, but also expansion and playtime, okay? Could just be having fun with the kids and doing sports. Competitions. I was definitely getting someone like on their porch, like doing a routine for their parents, practicing a routine for whether it's for school, because most of the schools now I guess are over, but it could be for school or for competition, something outside, as an extracurricular activity that they're performing for. So definitely some time may be spent with kids here. So for everyone watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? What is it we need to know here? It's June 13, 2019. Clear and aligned. Feel with only beautiful goddess, love and light. Across all dimensions of time, space, God, and matters, what is consumed and soul. Okay, this card and this card. Anything else? And these two. Okay, the bottom of the deck is Ace of Water reversed. So that came up reversed in the read too, because that's like the Ace of Cups. And we have the I can't even think of what they're called. My brain's still a little bit foggy. But it's reversed because just like in the read, there was someone dumped, or someone crying a lot, or someone draining a lot of fluids. So if they're sick, they could be just like, blowing their nose constantly, or going to the bathroom all the time, drinking too many fluids, or it could be somebody vomiting from pregnancy, or from chemo, or just from being sick. Okay? So a couple cards came out. This one came out first, the Three of Air reversed. Okay, so it's like the Three of Swords. But it's reversed. So it's all about healing and forgiveness. And this card upright is like this. Okay, so maybe it's very much about healing and forgiveness and just having some time alone, which was definitely coming up about, and that came up in the 12 sign read I did too, of the masculine or the feminine just needing some time alone, like someone like being their bodyguard to keep everybody away from them at work or at home, for healing time and forgiving, and maybe just some quiet time with your kids. The Ace of Fire also came up reversed. So again, this is, they're still coming up, all these aces, which means the aces, the new beginnings are coming. It's just, you have to get through these illnesses and some of the retrograde stuff that's going on as we go into the Cancer energies coming up here. All right, so that may be why the moon and the Cancer energies are coming up as well, because I'm not sure exactly what day Gemini goes into Cancer, but it comes up through every sign somewhere between the 18th and the 23rd. So Ace of Fire reversed is about feeling frustrated, stuck, maybe sexually frustrated, maybe creatively blocked, maybe wanting that new beginning but not knowing how to get there. And it's really just because you're supposed to be in this forgiving and healing time. It's not quite it's not quite time for that new passion. And remember that passion is inspiration plus ego, so watch the ego on that as well. And then these two cards came up together. The King of Earth and the Call. Okay, that's good. So the King of Pentacles came up, which also came up in the read as it being good if they've gone through something that was ungrounding or a loss of status or money, because the masculine now realizing that it's his call to action and that he had to go through that to learn to be still and connect with his higher self. That's a really pretty card, that call. So that's 20 of the Judgment, and then the King of Earth or the King of Pentacles. So he is heeding the call. The King of Pentacles, the King of Earth. Or a final judgment may have come in. And this may be, where some people were being forced to come together to come to a decision, to be, a mediation, to finally see things eye to eye and come to peace with it, or make a final decision, whether it's a divorce or some other case in court. Could be having to do with custody of children as well. But, finally coming to a decision eye to eye. This could be also unions coming together with the workers and establishment. It wasn't just on a personal level. So that's coming up again. So it's just really reiterating a lot of what the read already said. So I guess that's it. So rise and be loved.